Authority meteorologist Ron Rose.
Oh, we've got ourselves a good one today. I think the best looking day of the week with plenty of sunshine for the rest of the day. We've pretty much had straight sunshine all day. Just a few of those clouds have popped up within the past couple of hours, but we're looking at a lot of vitamin D and not a lot of humidity. That's always a good combination. And we're going to be seeing the temperature rise into the mid-80s, so it's still going to be warm out there. Just not going to be as hot as what we've seen of late. I mean, we had 92 on Saturday, 94 Sunday, had another 94 on Monday, and then 90 yesterday. So we had a little heat wave come through, and now the heat wave is over, and we've got ourselves a few good-looking days before the Labor Day weekend. It's not going to be quite as dandy over the weekend, but hey, good enough. So we take a look at our Diamond Valley Federal Credit Union camera. Plenty of traffic out there, and of course that's 66. That becomes the Lloyd Expressway. The flag getting pushed a little bit now to the south because it's going to be more of a north and northwest wind, and a little bit of traffic out there on 69. More than a little bit of traffic, actually. No traffic out there on the water in front of the Owensboro riverfront, but we generally see a barge working its way back and forth for Jaeger materials, so getting some sand and rock. Anyway, that's a roof claim camera on top of the Hampton Inn in downtown Owensboro. Always a happening place. And you can see the southbound traffic moving nicely, so is the northbound traffic on the Twin Bridges there, and that is just south of Ellis Park. As we get a gander at downtown on top of Fifth Third Bank, tallest building in town, the Superior Ag camera looking out toward the river and with a superior view of the Evansville riverfront as we get a gander at the temperatures out at the airport. 81 degrees, dew points at 58. 58 in August. It feels more like late September or early October out there because of that low dew point. And we are going to see dew points fairly low over the next couple of days. Not quite as low as today. Going to be more low 60s, but that's still tolerable as far as that goes. Temperature-wise, how low can we go? 74 degrees Lagodi and French Lick. Can I do a run? I don't think I can. I don't see a 75 out there. 76 in Jasper, it's 77 degrees in Santa Claus, 78 in Henderson, 79 in Madisonville. And we've got, well, now we don't have an 80 on the board here in the tri-state. Carmi was up there at 81, but now it's down to 79. 81 though in Morgantown, just outside the tri-state. 77 degrees right now in Owensboro. Here on the comfort meter with that dew point at 58, I mean, for a good chunk of the weekend, I mean, we were humid to very humid. Now we're in the pleasant range. Tomorrow we're going to be in the tolerable range with those dew points in the low 60s. And also on Friday, the same story there. Beautiful sunset last night in Owensboro. Lisa Black getting the goods on this shot here. A lot of times you get your best sunset shots when the sun is below the horizon. The sun shines behind the clouds, but look at these crepuscular rays which are shooting out from behind the clouds. That makes it. I love it. Lisa, thank you so much for that sunset picture from last night. Live first warning Doppler radar. Nothing to show you here. You can go a long way and not have anything of issue as far as any rain is concerned. Check this out. These are rainfall estimates for the past week. Look at this little hole right here in the Evansville Metro. I mean, where there's nothing, or at least less than 1/10 of an inch is what that means. And yeah, at the airport, they've had just at 1/10 of an inch. And elsewhere, especially on the north side of Evansville, even much of the west side of Evansville on toward Chandler and Boonville, just a gaping hole with not much rain. And, you know, just to the east, Owensboro's gotten a pretty good soaking where you see green. We're talking 1 to 2 inches of rain, a yellow 2 to 3 inches of rain. And, of course, we had better than a half a foot of rain in Wabash County, just to the southwest of Mount Carmel. So, yeah, plenty of rain was had over the past week, just not so much here in the Evansville area. But nothing shaken today rain-wise. Nashville looking good, so is Cincinnati, Indianapolis, St. Louis. We could draw it out a little farther. Looking good between here and Chicago. Minneapolis, Atlanta's looking good with just a few clouds out there. And not a whole lot of activity across the country. It's a pretty quiet weather map. Now, things are starting to heat up a little bit in the tropics, though. It's been a pretty quiet tropical season, but there's now a disturbance that's out there to the east of the Lesser Antilles, and it could become another named tropical storm later on this week. So about a 60% chance of that happening. Anyway, future trackers, not much to track. Just a few clouds out there, basically a blank map. And then as we head through the evening, the temperatures could be dropping pretty quickly under a clear sky down to 60 degrees. Not quite as cool as this morning when we started in the upper 50s. Some locations will be in the upper 50s, but most of us will start in the low 60s tomorrow. And then we got a few clouds that kind of kick on through for our Thursday. So we're going to call it a mix of sun and clouds, but those clouds are not going to be bringing any rain. So another good looking day tomorrow. A little bit more cloud cover on Friday. All right, here's your Corn Ferry Tour Championship forecast for today. 86 degrees for a high, and we are going to be seeing less humid conditions, plenty of sunshine for the rest of the day with a north-northwest wind at 5 to 10 miles an hour. On the 3-degree guarantee, called for a high yesterday of 88, got up to 90. That's a winner. And Cheryl Vaught of Bristol. Let's hear it for Cheryl. She's got herself an umbrella courtesy of Ackerman Chiropractic as we take a look at the next 7 days. You can see temperatures in the upper 80s today, mid 80s, upper 80s tomorrow, upper 80s on Friday. Not bad. That's about the average for this time of the year, and not that humid. Now, the humidity does increase as we head into the Labor Day weekend, but not a lot. We're not talking about what we had last weekend, which was miserable, I know, for most of the weekend. It's going to be less humid, but still humid enough to put on the board. Slight chances for rain, only 20% though, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And overnight lows, I mean, tonight we're back down around 60, Angie. Another 3-mile walk, I think, is what you need to be doing tomorrow morning. Then mid-60s, and then it's getting into the upper 60s. Not quite much to brag about there over the Labor Day weekend, but we've had a lot worse weather, I'll tell you that, this summer. So not looking too bad. And speaking of not looking too bad, check this out. This is from Carlin Latham. I'm calling it the Hummingbird Sunset. And if you look closely, you can see that hummingbird caught in mid-flight. Angie's got right there in front of the feeder.
I'm right here in front of the feeder. Let me get out full screen.
Okay. But that's a hummingbird feeder right there. That reminds me, I saw a hummingbird last night. I was out last evening, and I thought, my hummingbird feeder is dry now. They go through it really fast.
They do.
So
for little creatures,
they're just little dudes, but they drink a lot. So this is the time of the year they're going to need all that energy because they're going to start migrating in about a month.
That's exactly right. So get those photos when you can.
Yes.
When we come back, for Evansville, the organization has an exciting new event. Adrian and Jonathan are here.